Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at Evoto AI. So you are probably a photographer watching this, and as a wedding photographer, I use Lightroom Classic and Imagine AI for my editing workflow. And I've just been scared to try an extra retouching software because I do a little bit of removal if I need to like do flyaways or something like that. I just do that in Lightroom Classic or I would use Photoshop. But that was until I discovered Evoto AI. It is actually kind of crazy. So you just do all your regular edits in Lightroom, call them, rate them, however you do it. I edit them in Imagine AI, and then I have them in Lightroom Classic, and then I just select the ones I want to retouch and open in Evoto AI. And it's kind of crazy. Like, it does a really good job. So it opens them in Evoto AI, and you can retouch them all super easily. So you can just retouch one photo, save that, save your adjustments as a preset, and then apply it to the rest of the photos. So I'm using the example of a family session that I did. I mainly just did hair flyaways just because it was a little bit windy that day, and uh, just fixing up all those flyaway hairs. And you can also do, you can literally do anything. You could make it look like a different person if you wanted to. As a photographer myself, I don't do that for weddings and families, but you could if you wanted to. Um, anyway, you can do a face reshaping. You can put a whole face of makeup on if you wanted to. You can, of course, do teeth whitening, skin smoothing, um, fix wrinkles on your clothes, which is actually really cool. I did use that and that was useful. Um, anyway, I'm not super tech savvy and I figured out how to use it, and it's pretty self-explanatory as far as the sliders go and the process of how it works, and it's pretty easy to figure out. So there's one thing I'm not a huge fan for using it for, and that is the generative fill. Like if you're removing something from the background or something like that. I did that for something and it just did not do the best job. I could tell it was fake. I could see lines around the edges, and I could just tell that it was not very good. So anyway, Lightroom Classic does a fine job with removing, like with object removal, and that's honestly what I would use. You don't even have to take it in Photoshop nowadays. Like Lightroom Classic does a fine job with that. So it's the one thing I didn't love Evoto AI for. Um, but everything else, like you just do object removal in Lightroom Classic if you need to, but all the retouching Evoto did amazing for. And then as soon as you're done editing them in Evoto, you can just bring them back to Lightroom Classic, which is super easy, and then continue your workflow like usual. Anyway, I just think retouching brings the next level of perfection to your photos. And as a wedding photographer, I just want to like, I just want to provide that high end service. And um, yeah, if you guys are doing headshots or family photos or anything like that, especially for headshots, this would be very useful for retouching. The face or anything background, anything like that. So I highly recommend it, and check out the description for more information. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see ya.